chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1.
And here you go, one more time. You keep making quality pitches, you keep getting quality outs. And that pitch right there on the outside corner, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that pitch.
Hey, come on now, here we go.
Standing in now, Jake Peavy. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Hey, one away. One away.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count.
And he is in complete control now. 7 strikeouts as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Well, right now he is just carving them up. Dare I say, like a Thanksgiving turkey? That's 7 strikeouts already, and he's made it look easy so far.
Joe Panik will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk here would at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, this guy has some pop.
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Tomas moves over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. They're still down. It's 2-0. Leading off the inning, Hunter Pence, and they'll need him to get something going here.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98, 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss that time by Pence as he falls behind here, 0-2.
Oh, just a little over anxious right there. I guess he figured he had a pretty good gauge on that fastball, and he hoped he'd see it again, but he got the curveball instead.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Well, he's had a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on, so it's a great idea to go ahead and bounce one there on 0-2.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Right now,
Buster Posey is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, he gets ahead of another hitter there, and I'm told he's thrown a first pitch strike to around 90% of the batters he's faced so far, and that's pretty amazing.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And at least he's taken a few pitches here. You know, that's more than the rest of these guys can say.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pollock shading to his right.
Mine.
2 gone.
The first baseman, number 9, Brandon Belt.
Stepping in, Brandon Belt. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Oh, that is a nice pitch right there. You kind of slow it down and give him that big breaking ball to start off the at-bat. Make sure he's not a guy that's looking to ambush that first pitch fastball.
Lifted the other way to left center. Saunders is under it.
I got it. I got it. I got
And
it.
the inning is over. Giants down in order. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Logan Knudsen is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning. And it looks now like a right-hander's getting hot in the Giants' bullpen. Hebe's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ballgame. And he will get in there safely with a double to start the home fourth.
And now another base runner for him to contend with now. And as we bring up his line, you can see that's an even 10 hits against him so far. And you have to wonder how much longer they're going to let him stay out there.
Number 28 will dig in. 0 for 2 in the ballgame.
Hey, get your pitch up there. Come on now.
Ready with the 0-2. Smokes this one into deep center field. Blanco ranging back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. The run scores from second. It's a 6-0 ball game.
Boy, back-to-back well-hit balls are going to get him a run right here. You've got one runner already at second following the double. And he's just going to switch places with him out there as this ball winds up off the wall. And they're getting some good swings right now as they get a run on back-to-back doubles.
Brandon Crawford heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
No outs here, fellas.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the fifth. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. Matt Duffy is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. First delivery to him on the way. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
Fastball called for strike 2. No runs, just one hit, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Nori Aoki stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning.
That's the ball.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Yeah, one pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. 2 out, nobody on. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. Home half of the 5th coming up. D-backs lead it 6-0. Gregor Blanco will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fellow on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Hey, come on,
and he's just rolling right now, and even dozens strikeouts for him in the ball game. Kelby Tomlinson will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 37, Kelby Tomlinson.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Grounded back up the middle. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
I want you to watch this play here at short. Look at how he picks this ball up. He knows he doesn't have a second to lose, so he makes a quick transition into a throwing motion, gets rid of it quickly, and throws his man out at first. That play is well done.
Here's Joe Panik.
Here we go, boys.
Rocket to third, but pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. They still find themselves down 6-0. George Cantos will come on now to try and sort this mess out as he'll likely be asked to go at least a few innings here. Logan Knudsen comes to the plate now, likely due to the large cushion he has to work with on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's got that big lead and a chance to get deeper into this ball game, but he needs to make sure he stays focused because sometimes that competitive edge can dwindle on you a little bit when you think you're just cruising.
And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
Hey, one time,
Number
right
28
now.
steps into the box.
Hey, come on now, big dog. Get your pitch.
He's set. Here's the 2-2.
Here we go.
High pop-up. Duffy is there for it. 1 away. Settling in now, Yasmani Tomas. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Hey,
The
drive that
0-1.
pitch. Oh, here we go.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Aoki is under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
First baseman, number 44.
Paul Goldschmidt is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning. On the ground up the middle.
All right, hold on right here.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. D-backs are down on 4 pitches. They lead it 6-0. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. Hunter Pence is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You got to keep the ball down against a team like this. if you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Buster Posey will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98, 0-1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Trying to strike him out for the second time.
Got him.
As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Wow, talk about a difference that 24 hours makes. Yesterday, these guys were hitting everything in sight, but things sure have changed this time around. They haven't been able to get anything going at all.
Brandon Belt will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching.
In there at the knees, strike one.
This guy just continues to pound the strike zone. He's thrown a first pitch strike to 90% of the batters he's faced. Look how late we are into this ball game, and that's the difference for him.
Hit hard up the middle. And that's through for his first base hit in this one.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight. And the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Brandon Crawford is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss as it's dropped behind the plate. O'Brien has it. And not what he wanted to do there, as now they'll need 4 outs to get out of this inning.
Duffy.
Matt Duffy gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
And that's in there for strike 1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. And now some action in that Arizona bullpen, as it looks like they'll have both a lefty and a righty up to throw. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. We'll be right back at Chase Field in just a moment. Nori Aoki will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there. He's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Struck him out. Strikeout number 16 thus far, as he's had a whale of a ball game.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shutout intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
1 gone here in the Giants' half of the 8th, and standing in as the center fielder, Gregor Blanco. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1.
1 strike.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. And we're going to have a quick stoppage here as a beach ball has made its way into right field. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up.
Now batting.
Can't ask for much more out of a starting pitcher. Working on a 2-hit shutout right now.
Matt Duffy will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Matt Duffy.
Grounded down the third baseline. And that's through for a hit. Joe Panic will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great...
Oh, hang on now. This ball is smoked to right, and I don't think this one's coming back. No chance. It's gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 7 home runs for him on the year now. As the lead is cut to 4, it's 6-2 now. Hunter Pence will stand in to keep things going. And I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on? Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. So it. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Diamondbacks. This is the MLB pregame show, and I'm Matt Vasgersian, and as we draw nearer to the first pitch of Game 1 in the series, we'll give you the latest installment of our Topps Player Spotlight. Logan Knudsen will be in the glow, and what a dominant performance he put together in his last start. He had opposing batters off balance throughout and racked up a boatload of strikeouts.
Yeah, he just looked like he was really in control out there. And, you know, sometimes you can tell a guy is going to dominate from the moment he sets foot on the rubber. They just exude confidence, and their body language kind of says, "You ain't touching me today." That's what I saw in him. And even though I was a hitter in my career, it was really fun to watch him make those other guys look silly.
Now from the home of the Angels for nearly a half-century, there's a look at Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Angels baseball comes your way next. Time now to look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, EK?
Well, you've really got to appreciate the incredible talent of Paul Goldschmidt. He's got an on-base percentage over .450 in the last 10 ball games. He's been locked in at the plate, not chasing balls out of the zone, and it's been paying off.
Hector Santiago, a southpaw from New Jersey, gets the starting gig in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, you take a look at that ERA. He has not been good this year. Got to throw a lot better, and hopefully he can start doing that in this one.
Ketel Marte comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Halos, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Go out there, huh?
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98, 0-1. EK, you take a look at this Diamondback ball club as they begin play here tonight. It was another loss last time out, and this portion of the schedule has not done them any favors as they've dropped 5 of their last 7.
And I think it's just going to be a matter of putting yesterday behind you. It wasn't their finest performance of the year, that's for sure, but they're capable of playing much better ball, and I think we'll see a sharper focus here in this one.
Shane Victorino is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
Yeah, Jerry seems to call a really good game back there, Matt. It's pretty rare that you see anyone too overly displeased with his zone.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
Here we go.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Coming to the plate now, Cole Calhoun. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. And a high strike there, 0-1.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Pulled toward right center field. Calling for it, Tomas. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. And the throw from right will not be in time as he takes third on the flyout. Well, here's a look now at the Angels starting lineup. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Yeah, one guy to watch is Cole Calhoun. He's been driving in runs nearly every chance he gets lately. Recorded more than 10 RBIs in his last 10 ball games.
Nope.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
Well, that's not a real favorable call for him right here. It's one thing when you're facing a lightweight hitter up there, but facing a guy like this, the difference between 1-1 and 0-2 is huge.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. And with a quick breather here, let's bring in a look at the defensive alignment for the Diamondbacks. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, when you talk about the great players in the game, Paul Goldschmidt is at the top of any list. Known for his offense, defensively he has made great strides. In fact, in 2015, he won the National League Gold Glove Award at first base. Helps his infield out tremendously.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Angels strand a couple. After one, no score. David Murphy will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at
Didn't have to think about swinging at it.
into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
And I can tell you, from facing guys like this my whole career, you may think you're getting a curveball, but when a guy's throwing in the high 90s, it's darn near impossible to sit on one.
Standing in now, Chris Iannetta. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Bottom of the second here with no score.
Hey, one away.
Weak roller right side. Backhanded. To the bag with it is Goldschmidt to record the out.
Batting 8, the shortstop, Asdrubal Cabrera.
Asdrubal Cabrera will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Hey, let's go right here.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Carlos Perez will stand in, 1 for 4 with a double in yesterday's ball game.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
I got it.
Strange is there to make the catch, and it's 1 pitch, 1 gone here in the bottom of the third.
Boy, they are just making life easy for this guy. Swinging on the first pitch of the inning, pretty routine fly ball. It's been a cakewalk here early on.
Into the box now, Ketel Marte, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Hey, come on, guys.
And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got.
3-0 now. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2.
You know, it's just the third inning, but you can already tell. So far, he's wearing out that inside corner. He doesn't want these guys to get too extended, and it's worked out for him so far.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Hit on the ground to short. Pennington over to his left. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Hey, if you came here to see offense in this ballgame, sit back and relax just a little bit. Both of these pitches are absolutely dueling it out right now.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And here's the versatile outfielder, Shane Victorino. Into the windup and the pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And Victorino can't time that one as he falls behind here.
The changeup yet. That
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Angels are gone in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Cole Calhoun is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, but getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown